Hey Don, this is Ryan Newland. Yeah, sorry for the way I had to contact you. I just saw that. And heck, I don't know, I'm just going through houses and everything I list right now is selling so fast that I'm trying to find more listings. A little bit about me. I've been selling real estate since '06. I sell a lot of it. Last year I sold 70 houses for about $14 million worth. This year I've closed almost 50 for about six and a half. So everything's good. The market's excellent. It's really good for sellers. The buying end is a little hard. I'm not sure if y'all are leaving town or staying here, but a lot of people have purposely not put their houses on the market because they can't find anywhere to go. I wasn't sure if that was your case or not. But as far as the prices, pretty much the only constraint we have is actually the appraisals. So, that's where those comps come in, and it's always a guessing game. The houses I see that I think, oh man, that's not going to appraise, it's way too high, will. And the ones that I think, oh, this is, perfectly fine, those won't, because, appraisals are someone's opinion on that day they go out there, and all appraisers do something different. If we appraised your house 10 times, there will be 10 different amounts. So, you can't, there's no way to solve it perfectly until they change that process. But, the main thing is that there are a lot of willing buyers. Some of those buyers are paying cash, some of them putting 20% down, and appraisals don't come into as big of a count there. The deal with, putting it on MLS, it just opens it up to so many buyers. There's a lot of buyers out there right now they won't even look at a for sale by owner. They're only looking with their realtor, and there's 300 of them in town. So, there's a lot of power behind that. Even though there is a cost to selling, and I understand that. So that was why I kind of thought that, where you're priced and where you're located and the size of your house, could give you a room to go up and net you virtually, close to the same thing. And then the time you save, monthly expenses come into account, and taxes and interest you pay on the loan. And, a lot of that gets made up too by a quick sale. So that's something to think about as well. I'm going to shoot through this marketing stuff real quick, and then I'll get to these comps and net sheets. I'm going to email them in this email too, but I'll always like to talk about the marketing that I do just because it makes a difference. This is our local website. All these local real estate sites are the same. They all have the same properties. It's all even. What I do different is I make sure that we get splattered all over the internet as far as I pulled a house it went under contract, and so it fell off of Zillow. But all my houses go on Zillow. This is one on Brazos I listed. I got 3 offers in the first day on the market. Sold it for more than we were asking. 2,050 square feet, and we went 2,000 over asking price of 205. Here's that same house on Brazos, 6013. Cool thing about our company is we also get published on Century21.com, CaldwellBanker.com. And so if someone's in California working with Century 21 in San Angelo, moving here from military or oil field or whatever, your house will be on there. So here's that same Brazos house on Century 21's website, their national site. I'll do a YouTube video on all my houses. So here's Brazos YouTube video. I will not force you to watch that thing, but it's on there. That helps. YouTube's as popular a site as any of them on the internet right now, along with Facebook and Google. So we got all 3 covered. Here's ERA.com. This is our national site. Here's the property there. Another HotPads pretty much sends to every single real estate site out there. So, when I list a house, it's going to probably show up on hundreds, if not 1,000 different websites. So, it will be there. I get professional photos done. I get a company to go out there and actually take real high quality photos of the house. That's going to make it stand out. If you've ever looked through the houses on the market, which you probably have recently, some of those photos are just, they're just horrible, and they shouldn't even be on there. But so yeah, I take pretty good pictures myself, and I used to take them all myself. I have a good camera, but I found that the professionals, they do a better job than I can, so I pay them money. That's one thing I'm not afraid to do, is spend a little money on marketing of a home. If I sell this home today or next week, it doesn't, I like to sell them, and I, need the money, but I'm not dependent on your house selling. So, I've got plenty of business in my pipeline to where I can afford to market the house and get the most money for it. Let's do the comps first. I'm going to just scan these in full sheets, but I pulled some, I had to pull some sold comps, and then I also pulled some that are under contract that will be closing. Those are, some of them may already have appraisals done, some of them might be waiting on appraisals, but nonetheless, there are under contracts that buyers have agreed to purchase. This is just patio homes, and they're just patio homes that are, in the higher priced areas. They're not going to be, on Pinion Ridge. Most of those houses are 1,500 to 1,700 square feet. You've got one of the bigger ones. Appraisers can go out of that specific little area to find houses that are your size. So there's been quite a bit of activity over on Green Meadow. Here's one that was $199.9 that is closed in April for $88 a foot. Here's another one on South Ridge that closed for $91 a foot in March, patio home. Here's another Green Meadow that was $92.98 a foot. That's currently under contract. It's a little bit bigger than yours. So they're going up every week. These prices are going up. It's insane. I like to get out in front of that. Here's another one, South Ridge that was 93. That was old. I got put in there accidentally. Green Meadow under contract, asking $101 a foot, 2,100 square feet. It's under contract. These are all homes that by the time your appraisal's done, hopefully these are closed and are new comps. Here's a $106 a foot on Harmony Lane, and it's not a brand new home. I can't use brand new homes, although those are selling like crazy right now too. Can't use those as comps. But here's one on Harmony that was built in 2009, and it's brought under contract at $106 a foot. Here's a Green Meadow under contract for $106 a foot. It was built. It's not new, but it's fairly new. It's a resale. Another thing I did just to show what's happening with this market is, these are just patio homes, single family homes, everything that's either sold or under contract in Southland, built prior to 2009. So I didn't want to pull any brand new 2010, 11, 12 homes. Like here's one over on Walnut Hill. It does have a pool, but they're getting $108 a foot. That's unheard of. It did appraise. Oak Grove 106, Harmony 106, April 105, Windmill 100. That's a 1992 home. It is closed already. Brazos. This is one across the street from that one I have on Brazos. That's 99, 99, 98, 98, 98, 97. So all these prices are all, 95 and above is what we're going to kind of be shooting for and looking at. There's 6 of them closed already. There's another 7 under contract right now. So that's just a ton of comps. And it just shows you that the market is trending upward quickly. I'm at 8 minutes, so I'll hurry because I know these are painful to watch. All right, next, net sheet. Okay, I'm going to include a couple of these. And, we don't know what the exact price would be. But this will give us, you can add one way or the other either way. What I like to do is, if I sell the listing myself, I'll take either. I try to say 4%, but I'm going to make this deal work. I do not let deals go away over $1,000 here or there. You talk to those 50 sellers I've closed this year. I make concessions either way on my price to make it work because if I can get a little bit out of it, I'm happy with that. I'll move on down the road and I'll have happy clients on both ends. So it's worked out well, and that's what continues to get me tons of referrals down the road is I don't let $500 stand in the way of a sale or $1,000. A lot of agents will. So if I sell it myself with no other realtors, I say 4%. That means you make more money. I save money. I'm getting the calls on the sign. I'm doing the texts on the sign when I put my little text sign out there. I'm doing the open house. So I got a good shot of selling it myself, especially right now. So at 4%, if you got $195, which is $95 a foot, this $440 is just some miscellaneous costs that it's going to cost you to sell. $475 is the home warranty that all buyers are pretty much ask you for. I'm assuming you have a survey on this property. If you don't, for some reason, we can either track it down or purchase a new one for $500. And a title policy that the buyer is going to ask you for at this price is $1,400. So that's going to leave $184,885 if I sell it myself. On the flip side, say that's another offer, another person that brings us that. Typical real estate commission I charge is 6%. Told you I'd cut you a deal. I will. Let's say 5.5. That's going to be $181,900 at that same price. You know, I could do a 5% listing. I would really prefer to do a 5.5. It gives me a little more leeway on my marketing money I can do. But it's going to be $182,900. So about $1,000 difference. And depending on how this price fluctuates, you'll get, if you get 2,000 more here, it's going to be a little less than 2,000 net. If you get 2,000 less, it's going to be a little more than 2,000 gained in the net. I'm not sure what y'all owe on that property, but this is roughly what we're left with. As far as showings, we handle everything. I do all the marketing. We call you for all the showings. There's no more meeting people there at weird times and weird people that don't even really have a qualification to purchase yet. All these buyers working with realtors are going to get pre-qualified before they get thrown into a car and driven around and wasting my gas. So, we can talk about that more. But this gives you a good idea. I hope y'all have a good vacation and have fun. If you want to chat with me through email while you're gone, you're more than welcome. If you want to just wait and talk to me when you get back in town, that's fine too. I'll be here. So, again, I hope this helps, and y'all have a good one. Thanks.